Here's some tips I wish I knew when I started playing Fate Tactics. Let's start with some basics. If you can't stand watching the enemy's turn, go to the options and double the speed, and don't be afraid to delay your character's turn to force the enemy to move before you. Mana barrier is the blue bar above your health, and it cuts enemy damage in half unless they're using an element that's strong against you. Your defense stat protects you from all damage, while resistance protects you from curses like burn or silence, and the loot left on the ground will not automatically be picked up when you win a battle. If you're hunting for a specific summon, start a battle and check to see what mobs spawn that day. There's no penalty for retrying a battle or returning to the map, so just exit and try again on another day. And each day of the week buffs a specific element. Here's a handy list. Normally, the type of buff a unit gives when they assist an ally is tied to their element. Here's a list of those buffs. Characters can only have one buff or debuff at a time. For example, if you're burning, just have an ally assist you to remove the negative buff while applying whatever buff that character gives instead. You can't remove Pichon from the party. Her chain attack can be powerful, but enemies must be within 3 tiles for it to connect. Get good at setting melee units next to enemies before you attack with ranged ones. This will set up combos for the win. After an action, you can set which direction your character will face. Anything that hits you from the front or sides is regular damage, but getting hit from behind or from a bird's eye view attack does extra damage. And hitting an enemy from behind can avoid some reactions and counters. If you've charged up your ultimate attack and don't want to spend it just yet, select to attack an enemy and then press and hold the attack button again to do a unique attack which only uses a fraction of your ulti bar. Using the guard skill can save you early on. Note that all characters who are being guarded will get this blue shield floating around them. They can then move out of range and still get guarded. This is only broken if the guarded mob dies, gets some status effect which prevents them from moving, or if the guarded ally flies over a tile without land. But your biggest advantage will come from building a team that counters the enemy's element. Summons come in 2 different elements, but you have to collect them separately. Oh, and you may not know that if a Mimic Doll assists an ally summon, it'll transform into it. To change into an enemy mob, it'll have to get the last hit, and all characters and summons gain XP even when not in battle. Now to talk about gems and scrolls. If you see a late game mission that says Stiganders have been seen in the area, this signals a difficult boss fight for gems. Some gems and scrolls give you extra characteristics, which might be confusing, like aquatic or teamwork. To find out what these are, equip the item to get the label, then check your party selection screen and scroll down to read about what it does. Something like teamwork can be incredible on a healer like Pichon or Claudia, since it makes the heal area bigger. Some battles will be very difficult. Consider putting the Ruinous scroll, which reduces the enemy's defense, on someone like Pichon, who hits more than once per attack, and then combo him with ranged attackers. Apex plays a big role late in the game. Each instance of Apex blocks crit damage and status effects. Some later bosses keep applying 2 Apex to themselves each turn, meaning you have to break through these 2 barriers before you can do any serious damage or apply any debuffs. Final tips are about upgrades and spells. Once you've unlocked upgrades, you can only access 3 levels until you find the Dwarven Workshop after killing the Earth boss. Here's the upgrade order I focused on. Magitech Gauntlets for XP gain, Scout Goggles to get rare items to help with more upgrades, Soul Gear to increase summon capacity, Talisman Tome to increase spell power, Spirit Stabilizer which gives your summon guts, which lets them suddenly respawn if they take lethal damage. After that, you can upgrade buffs for food and specific elements, or improve your mana cycle to visit different areas on the world map. Finally, there's lots of spells in this game. Here are some tips. A healing spell like Fairy's Kiss can be very important. Heals can even revive unconscious allies, but you can't use any spells if Peony is the one unconscious. The Phantom Hand was so helpful early on when my characters had very limited mobility. It lets you pick up things no matter how far or high they are. This way I never missed a drop summon, important item, or chest. You can also pick up things like ultimate orbs or food when it's a character's turn to give them that boost. Silver Tongue charms enemies for 1 turn and is incredibly effective in most battles. The charmed character will not only disrupt the enemy, but often gets killed, removing a threat each time this spell is off cooldown. Haste, as I mentioned, will help your character's position for back attacks. And lastly, Jackal's Mark will randomly kill someone on the field, which can include your own characters. Want to know how to unlock all the secret characters? Click here and sub to find my content again.